Hi everybody! Did you know that skipjack tuna accounts for 70% of total global tuna production? This means that every year, millions of tons of skipjack tuna are caught from oceans around the world. But what's even more shocking is that without effective management and protection, this precious resource could run out in just a few decades. In this video, we'll discover surprising facts about skipjack tuna and the tuna fishing industry, from innovative fishing techniques to environmental challenges. Let's start this journey of discovery. Skipjack tuna's scientific name is Katsuwonus pelamis. This fish is not only notable for its nutritional value, but also for its important economic role in the fishing and seafood processing industry. They have elongated bodies, green or blue backs, and silvery white bellies. This fish is common in tropical and subtropical waters globally, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. They often swim in surface water to a depth of about 260 meters and tend to gather in large flocks, up to 50,000 fish. The skipjack tuna is an active predator, feeding mainly on small fish, squid, and other invertebrates, which helps it maintain high energy to swim fast and far. The skipjack tuna fishery is an integral part of the global seafood industry, contributing greatly to the economy and providing food for millions of people. Currently, the skipjack tuna fishing method, using purse seine nets, is one of the most effective and popular techniques in the seafood industry, mainly used to catch Pacific skipjack tuna. This process begins with locating schools of skipjack tuna. Fishing vessels often use modern technology, such as radar, sonar, and fish finders, to detect schools of fish underwater. Once the location of the school is identified, the fishing vessel moves close and deploys the purse seine net, encircling the school of fish. The purse seine net has a special structure with floats on the upper edge and weights on the lower edge, forming a large circular or oval shape on the water's surface. When the school of fish is encircled by the net, the fishermen start drawing the purse line at the bottom of the net. This line gradually closes the bottom of the net, forming a large underwater pouch that traps the school of fish inside. This process requires coordinated and precise teamwork from the fishermen. Once the purse line is tightened, the net and the fish are hauled onto the vessel. Depending on the size of the school and weather conditions, the process of hauling the net can take anywhere from a few minutes to several hours. Once the fish are on board, they are sorted, cleaned, and preserved immediately to ensure freshness. In addition to purse seine nets, fishermen can substitute the longline method to minimize bycatch of unwanted species. This process begins by dropping a very long main fishing line into the sea, usually from a few kilometers to tens of kilometers long. Along the main fishing line, there are thousands of hooks attached at regular intervals. Each hook is baited with small fish, squid, or other bait to attract skipjack tuna. Once the fishing line has been dropped, it will drift with the current and hover at different depths, creating a series of traps along a long line in the sea. After a certain period of time, usually a few hours to a day, the fisherman will pull up the fishing line to check. Fishermen will remove the fish from the hook, classify and preserve the fish immediately to ensure quality. The most sustainable method of catching skipjack tuna is pole and line, which is a traditional technique often used in shallow and inshore waters. Fishermen use live bait or artificial bait to attract fish closer to the boat. Each fisherman on the boat will hold a fishing rod with a long piece of line attached to a baited hook. When skipjack tuna is attracted and takes the bait, the fisherman will quickly pull the rod to pull the fish up. This process is performed continuously and requires the skill and agility of the fisherman. Once the fish are pulled aboard, they are removed from the hooks, sorted and stored immediately. Skipjack tuna is the most widely caught tuna in the world. In 2018, the catch of this fish reached 3.2 million tons, the third highest among fish species caught at sea, only after Peruvian anchoveta and Alaska pollock. The largest skipjack tuna consumer markets today include the US, Europe, and Japan. In the US and Europe, skipjack tuna is mainly consumed as canned tuna, a popular and convenient product for consumers. Japan, in addition to consuming canned tuna, also uses skipjack tuna in many traditional dishes such as sashimi and sushi. Have you ever heard of the amberjack fish? This is an interesting fish species of the genus Cyriola of the Carangidae family, living in both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Amberjack fish is not only an important food source in many cultures around the world, but is also well known in Japanese cuisine. Did you know that this fish is commonly found in the warmer waters of the ocean? Imagine diving into warm waters and seeing amberjack fish swimming around. What an amazing experience, right? There are many variations of amberjack fish that you may not know. These include the giant grouper, Atlantic, almaco grouper, Pacific, and striped rudderfish, Atlantic. Each type has its own unique characteristics and flavors, enriching your choices when enjoying amberjack fish. Have you ever met a fish with a strong and majestic appearance like amberjack? Imagine a sea creature with a long, slim and strong body covered with sparkling silver scales. Amberjack fish are usually 1 to 1.5 meters in length and can weigh up to 40 kilos, but giant individuals exceeding this size still exist in the deep ocean. Do you want to challenge yourself to catch a giant amberjack fish? The jigging method of catching amberjack is an interesting and challenging technique that requires skill and patience from the fisherman. To start, you need to prepare a sturdy fishing rod and powerful fishing reel, along with 50 to 80 pounds of braided fishing line to deal with the strength of the amberjack fish. Metal jigs weighing between 150 greens and 400 green, depending on the depth and current of the water, will be the perfect choice. The jigging technique begins by casting the jig to the seabed or desired depth. When the bait hits the bottom, you will use your wrist and arm to rhythmically click the bait up and down, simulating the movement of small fish or natural bait, attracting the amberjack's attention. Don't forget to change the speed and rhythm of the movements to stimulate the fish's curiosity and hunting response. Jigging tactics require precise positioning of amberjack fish, often around coral reefs and shipwrecks. Use sonar to find these areas. Patience is key, as you need to maintain a constant click to attract fish. When you feel the fish bite, react quickly by pulling the rod strongly to hook the hook into the fish's mouth. Then maintain constant pressure and pull the fish up slowly but surely. Not only about the jigging method, let's see how fishermen use the trolling method to conquer these amberjack fish. Cast the bait into the water and extend the fishing line behind the boat. Adjust the boat speed so that the bait moves naturally. The ideal trolling speed is usually between 2 to 4 knots. This helps the bait attract the attention of amberjack fish. When you feel a strong bite from the amberjack, hold the fishing rod tightly and start pulling the fish. Amberjack fish are usually very strong and can put up a long fight, so be patient and control the situation tactfully. Use the technique of pulling and releasing the line to avoid breaking the line or losing the fish. After the amberjack fish are caught by professional fishermen, they are quickly processed right on the boat. When catching an amberjack, quick and accurate handling is the first step to ensuring the quality and freshness of the product. For amberjack, careful gutting and preparation is very important. By carefully removing the intestines and small bony structures, you will be able to retain the fresh meat and avoid the unwanted fishy smell. Amberjack fish is one of the species that brings high commercial value. This fish is known for its delicious and nutritious meat, a source of high protein and omega-3 fatty acids that are beneficial to human health. However, amberjack fishing also comes with harmful effects that need attention. The use of unsustainable fishing methods can seriously impact the marine environment and ecosystems. In addition, overexploitation could threaten the recovery of this species and cause long-term damage to marine resources. Therefore, to ensure the sustainability of amberjack fishing, strict management measures and the use of sustainable fishing methods are extremely important. Only by properly applying regulations and standards on environmental protection can we protect marine resources and maintain the biodiversity of marine ecosystems.